What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Football Minutes Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media. We are live again. This is the channel where we discuss every transfer news, especially in the English Premier League and Chelsea, to be precise. We also talk about transfer rumors and everything that goes on around Europe. But today's topic, we will be talking about Chelsea's transfer chaos. Gallagher out, Rodrygo in, and 100 million Silva Saga. That's what I said. Welcome back to Football Minutes Live again, brought to you by Blueclouds Media. Chelsea fans are fuming as Gallagher disaster. Sell him now is what the fans are saying. 100 million euro bomb as Chelsea want Real Madrid star Rodrygo to London. It's another thing that is going around. There's rumors going around the social media platforms, and also Silva's secret deal. Top contender for Chelsea defense. Another player from Benfica. The news is right there. We're gonna get into it. Transfer deadline drama. Who stays and who goes? And let me know, who would you expect Chelsea to expect Chelsea to let go in this January transfer, and who do you expect Chelsea to bring in this January transfer? So like I said, guys, there is a lot of topic to talk about. 4 main key topic. If you have any other topic that I haven't mentioned, or that in a few hours you've come across, that's why we have the platform here. You can share with us in the comment section below. And also, before I go to the next stage, if you haven't subscribed to Blueclouds Media platform, subscribe to all our platforms, including YouTube, Twitter X, and also Blueclouds Media on Facebook. We stream it live on 4 platforms at the same time. So be my guest, and I'm going to walk you guys through the next half an hour of very, very intriguing and entertaining transfer news as we have here. So guys, and I also come back and then pay attention to some of your comments as they keep coming. So drop your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to share the video, and we'll be right back in really a second. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, beautiful people, to your favorite channel where we discuss everything transfer news, including Chelsea Football Club. Is the main topic today that we're going to get into. Where are we going to start from before I get into the nitty-gritty of the whole topic today? Big up to 1207, big up to you. Didn't see you yesterday, but I believe you are doing very well. He said, big up to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Absolutely. Yes, my latest mod is saying, do not forget to subscribe to Blueclouds Media platform channel. Yesterday, 1207, you missed the stream. It was a very, very entertaining stream. If you get a chance, you can go back and revisit yesterday's stream, and you can watch part of it, or what if you want to watch, or you will just enjoy it. It was very, very entertaining. So I'm very, very happy to see you back on the show again. So, guys, let's get it rolling. Let's get it rolling. Let's get it rolling. Well, it hasn't been that much of a good news and happy fan base for Chelsea Football Club. Reports have been indicated coming from the fans are saying sell Gallagher and sell Gallagher. And I know this noise, I wouldn't say noise. These rumors are coming from a specific, reactional fan base. Some of our fan base are very, very reactional. If things doesn't go on well, they will throw certain players under the bus. And I understand Gallagher did not play well. It is true. Gallagher was not on his game, but it wasn't Gallagher alone. It was Caicedo. If you look at my tweets, I tweeted some tweets coming from a comment from Pat Nevin. I also made a comment coming from uh, Hasselberg. Hasselberg also made a tweet. He also went directly at Caicedo. But a lot of the fans are pointing fingers at Gallagher. You can also say Cole Palmer did not have a day, which is understandable. Not all these players can have their day at every game, but you expect Chelsea's level for them to play much better. We were unlucky as we've been unlucky from beginning of the season. I do understand. When these rumors are coming, it means that one certain player is not performing. And if I do understand that Mauricio Pochettino definitely cannot build his squad around Conor Gallagher. It is true. He cannot build his squad around Conor Gallagher. He's too young. He hasn't got that much experience. He's not good enough, but he's still learning. He's still learning. But I've said this many times that Chelsea are willing to sell Gallagher. It's not for FFP purposes. It's not for FFP purposes, but then it's like a trade. Take him out, loan him, open space for another player to come, invest that money, put a buyback clause on it. In case Gallagher gets better, you can reinvest that money on Gallagher into another good player. You get what I mean? Because that money you're coming is going to be free profit, big profit. You're getting from him. You did not buy him. It's coming from the academy investment. So that is the reason why a lot of people are very, very angry to let Gallagher go. We shouldn't be more reactionary. The squad, we have a big squad, but then most of the players that we need to be on the field are not on the field. Who else are you going to put in there? There were so many explanations on why certain players did not start the game. I don't want to revisit yesterday's conversation because we have another topics that we can get into and talk about. So yesterday's conversation is gone, but I'm giving you the headlines of why a lot of Chelsea fans want Gallagher out of the football club, which I think is too harsh to point. Gallagher, go and watch some highlights on Gallagher against Manchester City. Gallagher was unstoppable. He was on his game. I keep saying, players cannot have their best game each and every game. They sometimes drop down, and they sometimes levels goes up. But you expect them to keep that consistency and stay in the highest level all the time, which sometimes it is very, very impossible. All right, so 1207, thank you very much for your comment. Metal Face Doom, big up to you, brother. It's been a while. It's been a while since I heard from you. Seeing you there, I might drop uh the link in there. If you have something you want to say across the week, something you want to share with me, you can go ahead and then click on it and jump on the platform. Everyone is welcome. Like I said, this platform is built for the fans. Everyone knows, if you're watching me now, you've never been part of the channel. If you're on YouTube, wherever you're watching us from, if it's X or Facebook, you can join us on YouTube also. Click on the link. You click on the link, 3 dots, or go to YouTube and look for Blueclouds Media Channel. We're right there. And also in the description, below in my description, I have the link right there. My YouTube link is right there. You can click on it and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you keep your bell notification icon at all times so you don't miss anything from this platform. That'll help the channel out. So Metal Face Doom said lateness is greatness. Clown Lake out. Well, Metal Face, you and I know that these guys are gonna be there for a year. Clear Lake, Ekbali, Biedat Ekbali, and Todd Bowley are going to be there for 10 years, a decade. So we got a long way to go. Either we accept them and we work hand in hand with them. That's what we got to do because they are going nowhere. They are investors. They've invested money and they have to reap. It will happen. The investment will pay off one day. I was listening to Newcastle United. I think the report from what they've done, investment and what they're doing now, how they've developed the football club, they invest into the women's football, the new training ground, and a whole lot that they're doing. It's paying off. It's bringing in income, amortization, and all that. They have double. You could tell that it's been a lot of improvement from last season to this season. Newcastle don't have that financial, not that financially, but they don't have that money from the football club to spend on big money players. What they can buy is what they have now, like the likes of Anthony Golden and the others. They don't have that financial strength from the football club. Not individual money is what I'm talking about. They have Saudi money. They're very, very rich. But individual from the individual money they do. But from the football club, they don't have it. The same thing with Arsenal. Arsenal don't have 100 million to be able to buy Tony. They don't have 100 million to buy Tony from Brentford. They don't have the money, so they have to look for different options. If Tony is going for 100 million, Chelsea's not going to buy Tony. It doesn't match that age bracket. So if you're thinking about Chelsea bringing in Tony, you need to forget it. Tony is not coming to Chelsea. Arsenal cannot afford Tony because it is 100 million, and Arsenal don't have that money. And they spent almost about 400 million already in the summer transfer window. Kai Havertz, 60 million, and a whole lot of Timber. They brought Timber in the January transfer window. The summer transfer window, and he hasn't even kicked a ball. He's injured for the rest of the season. Another money being spent on Declan Rice. Over 100 million, 105 million being spent on it. They have spent almost 500 million. And where is the money? How much players have they sell to bring in income? What have the women's team win in the past 3 years to be able to bring in some money to help FFP? They don't have that. But Chelsea have won the women's the WSL like 4 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4 times in a row, and they're still going. They want to win it again. So there, Chelsea are bringing in money from the women's team. Chelsea are bringing in money from the development team by selling, loaning players. Chelsea will get, I think, 3 million from the loan of Ian Matson at Borussia Dortmund. That's FFP. You get what I'm saying? That is money going into the football club. Chelsea have also loaned. What's his name again? The one that went to Newcastle. I forgot his name. He plays in the midfield, but then Chelsea used to play him in the midfield sometimes, but he's a left back. I forgot his name. Newcastle right now. He's right there. So there is a lot that Chelsea is. Chelsea don't have problem with the FFP. Lewis Hall, thank you very much, Tony. Lewis Hall is the guy. So there are lots of players. Also, we have Mario Atchison. We have Humphrey also playing in the championship. So money is coming from everywhere. There is lots of players that Chelsea can sell to make lots of money. Hakim Ziyech also one of the players that has to go either the January or by the summer transfer window. Although I've heard that I think Galatasaray are trying to terminate his contract because it's not performing. It is true, but then we hope that it's a player that lots of teams will be looking out for. What will want him? Maybe we can sell him back to Ajax. I don't know if they have enough money. Other club in the Premier League will take Hakim Ziyech. We'll take Hakim Ziyech with a heartbeat. Maybe 40 to 50 million. You can get back from Hakim Ziyech. That's a lot of money. Okay. Tony, big up to you, Tony. Tony said, big up me. Sporting directors need to answer questions regarding their credibility and this crazy project. Yesterday, I did said that questions need to be asked from the owners and the sporting directors. Yes, I have something that I'm doing regarding the sporting directors because I just listened to Newcastle United's report that came out today. And if you look at the comparison, it looks like our directors, sporting directors, are going in the wrong direction, which I'm going to pick point certain direction that I think they're going wrong, and what Newcastle United are doing right. You get what I'm saying? And all this injury situation. So I'm putting down the content regarding that. And if that is finally ready, I'll make that in, I'll fit it in one of our live streams in the future. Um, Meta Face Doom said, "Salute TT, proper Chels, Thomas Tuchel, proper Chels." Absolutely, a lot of people. I understand what you're saying. When Thomas Tuchel was there, you could see the passion from the players, Rudiger, and some other players. I saw a video on Twitter that made me. I got goosebumps. I felt so emotional with what was going on. That I don't see it now. The players, you know what they're doing? The players were going down and touching Thomas Tuchel's boots because he had a new shoe on, and you could see you could see the connection between Thomas and the players. It was right there, but now I don't see it. Mauricio Pochettino, although I'm not at the training ground, but these are videos that if there is a connection between the manager and the players, exactly, you're gonna see that on social media platform without a doubt. So, guys, I'm gonna drop the link in there. Tony, Metal Phase, 1207, everyone, I123 love you. Everyone that is there, you feel like you have something you want to share with us, you're fine. You don't have to turn your camera on if you're camera shy. If you're not camera shy, you want to turn it on, it's all up to you. All we want to do is to be able to hear your voice and what you have to share with us. So, whatever you're watching us from, Facebook, Twitter, X, Twitter or X or YouTube, please do not forget to like our video and also be part of this channel. We've been around for almost about 4 years now. Yes, it's been a long journey, but we are still going. We're still going. Salute, Patrick, coming from Tony. Tony said, okay, okay, yeah, he gave me that. Thank you very much, Tony, for helping me out here. Poch is leaving off borrowed. Is a borrowed time if we don't see that final surely. That is coming from Metaface. Louis Hall, absolutely, that was the name. Metaface, big up to you and happy new year. I don't know if I've seen you since the new year began. If I haven't, I'm wishing you a happy new year again. And then Tony also happy new year to you too. We are still on discussing other issues. I haven't even shared my screen at all today. Let me get the better of screen sharing so I can share. All right, so here we go. Guys, the link is right there. The link is right on my screen. If you want to join and join the conversation, do you can help out. You're good. You're good to come on. You remember, the show is for the fans. The voice of the fans, the voice of the people, is what makes everything go on. We can produce, or we can produce items without the sale of the consumers. We cannot produce things if the consumers doesn't buy it. There's no reason to produce it. You get companies cannot exist if there are no consumers there, the customers, those that will buy it. So everything we do, the viewers, customers are the most important people that we have to prioritize, and that's what I do on my platform here. Give it respect, and I don't discriminate. Anyone can join, anyone can come on and have a say. It is a transfer window. We're still here, and the deadline day, as we do all the time, we don't close until the deadline day shut down before we call it a day. So I'll be live all day 24/7 on the transfer deadline day until the window shuts off. So I know who made it to the football club because of where I get my reports from. I'll try hard and see if I can bring some person on to during the transfer deadline day. See what I can do. If not, I'll hold on patiently, waiting for the right time. And I have some few questions that I want to ask. Do you think Chelsea should sell Gallagher after his Carabao Cup performance? Do Chelsea need to sell Conor Gallagher after just that Carabao Cup halftime game because it's two leg? Should Chelsea sell him? And do the fans really want Chelsea to sell Conor Gallagher? If not, what is the reason? If yes, what's the reason why you want Chelsea to sell Conor Gallagher? Is it that he's not good enough? Is it that he's not a player that Mauricio Pochettino has to build his team around? What it's your idea of selling Conor Gallagher? All right, the next topic that we're going to talk about is another player coming from Real Madrid. You guys know Rodrygo. Rodrygo, very very talented young player. He is, I think, he is 23 years old, but man, this guy has a lot in his bag. Rodrygo has a lot. He's got a lot of experience. Reports came in today as it says Chelsea is willing to make 100 million euro offer to sign the Real Madrid attacker, as it is being stated. Chelsea are reportedly willing to splurge the 100 million to land the Real Madrid attacker Rodrygo at Stamford Bridge. Rodrygo is, I think, he's around 23 years old. He has been a key player in the first team for Real Madrid, the Los Blancos, since arriving in 2019. I think right now, if you look at his statistics, he's nearly 200 games across all competition, including 26 this season. The Brazilian has contributed almost about 48 goals and 38 assists already. We saw his goals against in the Champions League. That including 11 goals and 6 assists this campaign. So Rodrygo is a very, very good player, but we expect Rodrygo to join Chelsea? Are people not worried getting their players at Chelsea now? But he fits the reason why I'm saying it could happen. It could happen because I know last summer Chelsea were in for Fede Valverde. Valverde was another attacker that he plays on the right hand side that Chelsea were really highly interested in, but it didn't work. Now they're turning their attention on Rodrygo. Rodrygo sometimes starts, he comes from the bench, but he'll be a very, very, very good player in addition to the football club, in my opinion. He is, I think, 100 million price tag, 23 years old. He is very young. And I think that if he's won Champions League, he's won everything. What else that you're looking for Rodrygo that he hasn't won? He's won everything. He's won in the Super Cup. He's won not Super Cup, the World Club competition, La Liga. He's won La Liga. He's won Copa del Rey. He's won Champions League, I think, 2 times with Real Madrid. So he's got a lot of experience. He's got a lot of experience, and his inclusion will be massive. But who is he going to replace is another question. Who are we letting go to put in Rodrygo? Rodrygo plays on the right hand side of our attack. It means that who do we have on the right hand side? We have Nuni Madueke. Reports a couple of weeks ago, it looks like Madueke will be exiting Chelsea, or he'll be going on loan. That was another thing that was being said about Madueke exiting. So that leaves Madueke, and it leaves Palmer on the right hand side. Palmer plays 2 positions. Palmer plays a 10 and he plays as a winger. So I don't know if Rodrygo rumors really have anything to talk about. I mean, rumors are rumors, but doesn't mean it's going to happen. 1207 said, see, man, we get too many wingers, midfielders, which is waste without playing Europe. So yes, we should sell Gallagher to be able to buy world class strikers, which makes sense. Like I've said, yes, it is true. Gallagher is one of the players that will be sold, and what you're saying makes a lot of sense. And I do agree with you on what you're saying. It makes a lot of sense. He said, "Who will you prefer, Ni Victor Osimhen or Rodrygo?" For now, what you said makes a lot of sense again, bro. We have lots of players on that side of where Rodrygo plays. So now what we are lacking is a clinical finisher. We need that focal point, a player that stays up there that can convert all those chances. That is very, very clinical, which we haven't seen that from Nicholas Jackson. Jackson hasn't had that, but Jackson is it's a very, very good player. Take the goals away from Jackson. He's just like a Timo Werner, but he's way better. Jackson is good on some build up play 1-on-1 sometimes, but he's not that good 1-on-1 with goalkeeper or maybe a defender to beat the goalkeeper and score. He's not that clinical and he's still young. Chelsea only spent 35 million on him. It's not like we spend 80 or 70 million, just 35 million from the Spanish league. So with Jackson, we don't have to get that frustrated on him, because I would say it was a bargain. It was a bargain for Chelsea, because when Jackson came good, when he start playing better, it will be Chelsea can sell him for over 70 million, or Chelsea can keep him and he can be the number one guy that we think he could be now. You get what I'm saying? All right, so I think I don't know. I'm looking for this picture and still haven't found it yet. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. If I don't, I'll just move on from it. All right. So I don't know. But let me go from the beginning. Maybe I can find it there. All right. So yeah, I have a picture of Rodrygo, but I don't think I can find it. It's not there. But if it's not there, then I'm not gonna stress myself here. I'll move on. I think I found it. All right. So it should be there for me. Let me find it right now. Should be here. Come on, mouse, move. I don't like that. All right, so that's the picture I was looking for my screen illustration or display. All right, Tony, big up to you, Tony, again with another comment. Tony said, "I have no faith in these clowns bringing in the correct striker the club needs. Only a few of the signings we have made looks Chelsea standard. How many of those signings, Tony, would you say looks like Chelsea standard? So far, I don't see any of them. I don't see any of them. Maybe Enzo Fernandez, you could say, but besides that, none of them has been Chelsea to me. But maybe some of the players could be Chelsea standard to you. So, in your opinion, let me know some of the players that you think that they are Chelsea standard. Tony said that Washington, Fofana, Jackson, I think Jackson, Noni, and none of them fill me with confidence. Look, I wouldn't want you, Tony. I wouldn't want you to think more about Washington and Jackson. Forget about Washington and Fofana. Jackson, okay, I do understand. Those players, Washington and Fofana, those players they brought them to the football club to develop. So once they develop, then they can work their way to the first team. But for now, they are developing players. They've been sent on loan to get developed, to get better, because the club or scouters see there is something good in them. There is a world-class players, the thing that they can get from these players in the next 2-3 years. You get what I'm saying? So that is why they buy these players very young, unlike Kendrick Pierce from Independiente and Valverde from Colombia. I think Colombia from Colombia. Then also another one that David Washington, also from Brazil. He's about 19 or 18 years old. So these players are for development purposes. They're not here to get into the first team and start playing right away. You get what I'm saying? So that's some of the reason why some of these players are there. See, man, now we are missing Jackson. Absolutely, we don't see. Like I've said it. Sometimes we don't see what these players do on the football page. Because I've watched Jackson play in I think 4 games. I've watched Jackson play live in 4 games. Take the goals away. He was impressive during preseason. I watched him play. He was very, very impressive during preseason. and he was playing with a certain core of players that understand each other. And one of them was Diego. What's I think this guy in the French league playing for Strasbourg, Angelo. Angelo. Angelo was a call of those team. Diego Morero used to come from the bench. Those players that were playing during preseason, none of them are here. None of those players are here. None of them. All of them are gone. Besides Nicholas Christopher Nkunku, who got injured during the Borussia Dortmund game, since he hasn't played again until recently. So there was a certain call, which I felt like those call was the balance for Chelsea. Those call get the balance right. They were right for Chelsea. Remember, we played Brighton during preseason. We played Newcastle United during preseason, and it was a tough game. With Chelsea won those games. We won against Newcastle. We won against Brighton. We won against Rexton. I think we also won the game against who again? Either we lost. I'm not sure about the Borussia Dortmund. I can't remember the Dortmund game. Either we lost 1-0. I think we lost 1-0 against Borussia Dortmund. But if you watch Nicholas Jackson without the ball, he's impressive. He tackles. He drop deep. He always wants to get involved in the build-up play. That is Nicholas Jackson. He also create chances with little flicks and turn. He's very. If he always remind me of one player called Iwanko Kano, the Nigerian player. I think he's that attacking midfielder. Very 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 silky on the ball. His footworks are always spot on, but then finishing is his problem. And I know it comes with time. Didier Drogba was not a Didier Drogba in the first season when he joined Chelsea. It took him time to be able to understand Mauricio, understand Jose Mourinho, and be able to understand what the English football is all about. So it takes time for these players to understand each other. So that's what I said. Now we are missing Jackson. We didn't think we were going to miss that player that everybody think he's just a useless player. A lot of people think he's just a useless player, but then going to AFCON, we are missing him. Yes, you're missing him. If you're missing even Jackson to miss those chances for you, you're missing Jackson. All right, so we've talked about Rodrygo today. Who is next? The last, I think, there are two more players we're gonna talk about, but we're not gonna take forever here. We even above beyond the time that we're supposed to be streaming. 1207 said, now we are losing to championship teams. See what days have come for us as Chelsea fans. Yes, this is a different regime, and it will come. It will come 1207. I'm telling you, trust in the process a little bit. Trust in the process, not the coach. If you don't believe in the coach, I understand the coach doesn't set an example for these young players to follow. When I say example, he hasn't win anything, but it doesn't mean he can win anything. He's already won something in the preseason. I know it's preseason, but still have some belief that he also know there's a tax ahead of him. Mauricio Pochettino will be assessed in this summer and see what he has really done. If the owners think that he should continue with his job, they will. But if he doesn't perform well and they feel like, you know what, we gave you a tax, and the tax you haven't really reached your goal, then it's about time that we put you aside and bring somebody on. Now he's not going anywhere. Poch will not go anywhere right now with his players. He's not going anywhere. Mauricio Pochettino won't go anywhere until the summer window. Summer window, we see what he has. They will assess him. They will assess whatever he's done and see if he really deserves to be there again. If not, they'll find somebody in. Now you cannot bring any other coach in to help out. Jose Mourinho will leave Roma, but he hasn't left yet. He's probably when he's gonna run his contract down and leave peacefully with Roma because he respects Roma and he has achieved something with Roma, and he will always want to leave that legacy that he's left with Chelsea. He wants to leave something everywhere he goes. He wants to leave something there. Real Madrid, he left something. During his time at Real Madrid, is when Real Madrid recorded the highest goal scoring time to win La Liga. The amount of goals that Real Madrid scored in that season was beyond imagination. He surpassed Barcelona in terms of goal scoring. But yet everybody tag Jose Mourinho as a negative coach. No, he's not a negative coach. Jose Mourinho will play his style based on the kind of players that he have. Remember when we were playing Barcelona, prime Barcelona with the likes of Iniesta and Messi and what's the Xavi and all that guys, Puyol. Look how good they were. Look how good they were. They were playing the tiki-taka football. And Chelsea wasn't playing tiki-taka football. Chelsea were playing a different brand of football. But then if we want to play tiki-taka football, we won't be able to do it much better than Barcelona were doing. So what do? You have to adapt. You have to adapt. It's just like um Spurs. Spurs wants to play all attacking football and then leave space behind them. You don't play football like that. In football, if you want to win the game, you have to start with your defense. Your defense line have to be very, very strong. Then you work your way to the midfield. The engine is the midfield. Then you work your way towards the attack, and that is what Jose Mourinho did when he came to Chelsea. He won. I think he won his FA Cup. First trophy to win it was an FA Cup. He won it. Then he started progressing. He started bringing in the Chelsea feeling, the title winning feeling that he expected. So, big up to 1207 said if Poch is sacked in the summer, and if a manager who will be in the summer is also sacked after 2 to 3 months, then it is done and dusted for us. That is coming from 1207. Big up to you, Andy. Andy, are you a Liverpool fan? We already got Liverpool fans on this platform, but it would be very nice to talk to have you on, because this platform we do discuss almost pretty much everything. The bigger news that you can find in the English Premier League, we do talk about it. We talk about the top 6 gangs. So that is why some people love this platform. I don't really sit down and talk about Chelsea from morning to evening. I look at other football club and talk about it. It helps. It helps. It helps the footballing knowledge also. So if you want to be part of our show, we always also send the link in for people to come on and have their say. You will love this platform if you're opposition fan, and we don't discriminate. A little bit of a banter, but it is just in the right way. We don't banter people for bantering's sake. We do it in a professional way, and we don't discriminate. So, Andy, if you want to be part of our platform, you're welcome. The mods all welcome you to the platform. We have beautiful people here, very respectful people. We don't use filter words and vulgar words, and also some bad words. We don't do that on our platform. So, you're welcome, Andy, to join our show here. I'm not so sure. I think you're watching that from YouTube. Thank you very much. And also, do not forget, subscribe. You can shoot me a message, or you can also find me. If you go to my in the description of the video, I have all my links in there, Discord, everything, Twitter, X. You can follow me on all these platforms. I'm right there. You can follow me on all these platforms. Guys, if you're also watching me on X, do not forget to send a comment in. Let me know where you're watching the show from, and I will also shout you out over here on my platform. I found Poch okay. Andy said I found Poch tactical formation most confusing. Tactical formation ever. Look, I think people are relating that to the last game that Chelsea played against Middlesbrough. There was so many explanation on why he went in with that lineup. The explanation was some injured players were in there, and he doesn't want to risk Broja and get him injured again. Kunku is out, but I think he should return in our next game. The problem was his either hip or knee. I think it's a hip. It's not. It shouldn't be that severe. 1207 said it is so sad that players misses chances and manager is to be blamed. It's always easy to point fingers at the manager. When things are going right, tell me who takes the glory. It is the manager, right? So when things are going bad, it's the same thing. Who takes the glory? Who takes the blame? Who takes the blame is going to be the manager. Without a doubt, it will be the manager always to be on the spotlight. So, guys, the next one we're going to talk about is another player in there, which is Antonio Silva. We've talked about him in the past, and he is back on the show again. Antonio Silva, the bad boy they call him, another defensive player defender, center back. Why is Chelsea looking for a center back player? I don't know. But why is Chelsea looking for center back? We have Alfred Gilchrist, young player coming from the academy. Also, another academy player that Chelsea can sell for about 20 to 30 million. There's no release clause right now. I don't see, and I haven't seen the release clause of Ian Madsen. But as soon as the release clause is revealed on Ian Madsen, guys, I will give you the update on it. So stay tuned for that. As I keep looking around and see if I can find the what do you call it, the release clause on him. But today, early in the morning, when I wake up, I saw this news from a very, very reliable sources, and this is what they said. According to El Nacional Catalan, I think it's Catalan, El Nacional Catalan. The Blues are now the top contenders to bring in Antonio Silva from Benfica this month. Chelsea have been linked with the signing of a centre back since the transfer window began. With them perhaps already beginning to plan for the future season in that role. So Antonio Silva is a centre back player, plays for Benfica. Very, very good player. Some say he's not good. Some feel that we have enough players to play in that role. But my question is, why is Chelsea looking for a centre back? Are the centre backs that we have not good enough? And I know that Trevor Chalobah is on his way to Bayern Munich or maybe another European club. Chalobah will not go to any other club now because he's injured. Chalobah will not go to any other football club. He has to wait until the transfer window opens in the summer. He hasn't played football for a long time. He's been injured, and no one will buy an injury or injury player. No one who's going to buy it until he's fit. He's playing a couple games. Also, and what's his name again? Chalobah's price tag has dropped. Yes, Chalobah's price tag has dropped. When the player is not playing, he's not getting game time, he's injured, the price tag drops down. Until he starts playing again, the price tag shoots up. Number of games, assists, clean sheets, and all these things contribute to their price tags. 1207 said, I think owners are not convinced with Disasi or they want to replace for Silva. I think either Disasi or Badishia, one of them, Disasi or Badishia, or maybe they're trying to have more. There's nothing wrong with having more and having a big competition at a football club. That's okay. If they're thinking of having more players, remember, Disasi sometimes play much better in the right back role, although that is not his natural position. If Gusta is not there, if James is not there, Disasi is the guy that comes in and fill in that role. But another question that I've asked, you guys have given me some good answers to it. Another question I'm going to ask you: would Rodrygo be a good fit for Chelsea Football Club or Chelsea attack? Will he be? And is 100 million too much for Antonio Silva? Another centre back from Benfica, 100 million. I think it's too much money. If Chelsea have to pay 100 million, I think I will be very, very upset if Chelsea have to pay 100 million for Silva. Then they have to forget it. 100 million for Silva is too much money. 60, 70 million, that's fine. Yes, we pay too much for Enzo Fernandez. We don't have to pay too much for Antonio Silva. There are two clubs that are trying to use Chelsea as their bank. One is Brighton Football Club, and then the other is Benfica. That is what they're trying to do with Chelsea Football Club because they know the club has money. But we can't go ahead and keep doing this thing all the time. We have to bargain very well and get the money. We have to negotiate out. Whoever is negotiating for Chelsea have to negotiate. I think it's Win Stanley is what they call him. He has to negotiate very well. 100 million is a no. And we still have some few more questions. Who do you think Chelsea should buy before the transfer deadline comes closer? Who should you think Chelsea should buy? We cannot buy a top striker, but if you have an option, who would you prefer to come in on loan to help? Or do you think Chelsea will be okay with Nkunku and Nicholas Jackson? Who do you think Chelsea should sell before the transfer deadline comes closer? Who should Chelsea sell? Who should Chelsea bring in the deadline day? Let me know in the comment section below if you're watching. 1207 said players' age has become more important these days. Less than age, more less the age, more the value, which is true because if the player age is less, it means that there's a way that if the player is not fit in your style of play, you can have enough money from him by selling him back. You can sell him and get enough money from him when the player is young. But when you spend so much money, like 100 million, on the player like Ivan Tony, you're not gonna get nothing back because Ivan Tony is, I think, within a 28, 29 years old. By the time Ivan Tony is ready, how do you sell him? Or maybe it's not good anymore. How do you sell Tony and get money back? You're not gonna get nothing back from Ivan Tony. So player age has become a thing now for football club. But sometimes we have to overlook at certain things. Look at William. William is within the 34 years old. Look how good he's running and how good he's playing. And he's been scoring for Fulham. Yesterday, Fulham was very, very unlucky. But I'm sure that Fulham can get something out in the second leg. All right. Big up to you, Scala United. Welcome back to Football Minutes Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media, and I'm your host, Nee, on the show again. Gulam, Scala, welcome back again. What's in your mind? What do you want to share with us here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, transfer window is open, and we obviously got the Sancho thing over the line.
Oh yeah,
He clearly doesn't want to be at United, and he prefers to be at Dortmund, and that's what he got. And good thing is that we have got a loan fee, and I think a good chunk of the salary is covered by them. So it's not really. I mean, if he does well, his value is steadily is maintained, and we can probably sell him off. The only problem is that his salary is way too high, even in the summer. I mean, who will take him? So yeah, I mean, like he's gone. So I mean, I don't think we'll be having it. I mean, we have Hannibal. He's linked with a move on loan to Sevilla, but it's very, very, very quiet with regards to United transfers because one, we don't have any money, and two, we are looking at probably a lone striker or someone in the attacking position. But
yeah.
again, the options are very limited because we did wanted Werner, but now Martial is staying. So again, I don't think even we'll get that loan signing as well. So yeah, man. I mean, these are things which this Jim Ratcliffe guy needs to look at. I mean, I heard that they are trying to restructure the whole wage bill. I think that's the
Mhm.
first thing they're trying to do because way too many players are getting paid over the odds. In my opinion, like there are three or at max there should be four of your franchise players who should be getting the big money. So if you look at Man City, only Haaland and De Bruyne are on very very like top wages. Above 300K.
Yeah,
Other than that, no one is really commanding that sort of money. But at United, like Varane, Casemiro, Rashford, this guy
yeah.
Sancho, all are on more than 300K. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just ridiculous. So I think that's what they're trying to do. This Ineos group, they're trying to reduce the wage bill and get in some sort of structure. So I guess that is what they'll be doing in this January as well, because there are a lot of contracts needs to be sorted out. Varane is on his last 6 months and he hasn't been extended, so he's available for free after January. So yeah, we'll see.
I think it's very, very bad the way Manchester United have their structures, their wage structures being put up. It's a lot of players are taking too much money. Rashford, he's taking a hell a lot of money. Jadon Sancho, I don't know who did this negotiation, and I think it's very, very bad. Jadon Sancho also a lot of money, but I heard that Borussia Dortmund are paying all his wages, pretty much almost all his wages, and I'm very, very happy for the player. I'm happy in the sense that he's moved to a place that the people adore him, the people like him. Maybe the coach has so much respect for him, and also he gets to play. He gets to play again because him sitting home. What else do you expect? He has to play video game if that's what he's good at. He have to. I do play video games too. There's nothing wrong with it, but people are saying he get paid to play video game. There's a problem between him and the manager, and a lot of people are saying he needs to go and apologize. But why would the manager say that if he's not speaking the truth in public? If it's between the two of them, that is fine. But this was said in public, and I don't think the manager was right to say that Didn't Sancho is not training well. And he said, no, that is not true. That is not true. I'm training very, very well. I'm training very, very well. So I'm very happy he's going to Borussia Dortmund. Let's see, by the summer something can pop up. Maybe an English team else will want him. The only thing is Roma and Manchester United have to negotiate very well and help things out with his wages, bring it down. And also, I mean, he has to understand. He has to understand. Bring it down a little bit so he can play football. But then if he says he's not gonna do it, he stays at Manchester United. Maybe Ten Hag get fired. Another manager comes in, can use him, or a manager that can get the best out of him. You get what I'm saying, Scala? Do you think maybe he comes back in the summer? Ten Hag is not there anymore. Another manager can get the best out of Sancho.
I mean, maybe. I'm not really sure because I think Sancho is a very unique player. He's not really a pace merchant, so he doesn't have the pace of a Rashford or players like that. So he needs a system around him. The reason he did well at Borussia Dortmund is one that they play a very high line. So even if you have half a bit of space, you can do well. We have seen Kai Havertz literally becoming he was one of the best strikers there. And in England, you we have seen what he has come down to. So yeah, I think he is very talented. Sancho, I can't dispute that, but I don't feel like the way United play football, which is very reliant on individuals who have pace and very counter-attacking style. He's not really that player. He needs like players who can do one touch and lay off the ball kind of players. Like that's how he was. He was bouncing balls off Haaland when he was at Dortmund.
Correct.
So yeah, he can do well, but again, my big problem with United is that we buy players who don't fit the system, and then we complain that these players are not working out, or they're complaining. I mean, just imagine if you are a player like Sancho and you're going to work, and the whatever you do, however good you play, you are never going to get picked ahead of Anthony because the manager spent 80 million on him and he didn't buy
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So I would lose that interest and motivation to work as well. So I don't blame him completely because I mean he never drops Anthony. I mean now he has started dropping a bit because Garnacho is playing on the right. But when the season began, if you remember in the pre-season, Sancho was playing false nine and he did
Yeah.
decently against Arsenal, and everyone was saying there's a way back. I said that even if he plays 10 out of 10 every game in that false nine position, he has no
Mhm.
future because he is a winger. And when the regular season starts, we need him to be playing on the wing. So, I feel like Ten Hag gave him a token gesture of playing in that false nine position. But yeah, man, I hope he does well at Dortmund. I don't have any kind of resentment. I've seen a lot of people because they are so passionate about United, they have this tribalistic mentality that whoever goes against our club, they should be hounded out. I don't really see that way. I think he was a talented player when we bought him. I remember even Chelsea were in for him because obviously I think he's from Watford. He's not really a London boy, but obviously and everyone knows that London is like more appealing than Manchester. And if
Mhm.
I'm a 20-year-old guy earning 300K, I sure would like to be living in London than Manchester. So
That's
yeah,
right.
he chose us, and we paid the money as well. It's not like Chelsea couldn't have paid the money, but yeah, it hasn't worked out. But I hope it works out now, and we can get some at least 50 million when we sell him.
Okay. Thank you very much, Scala. There you go. I'm gonna get more updates on Manchester United whilst we have Scala here. Scala is a very, very big Manchester United fan, and then Andy also. Andy, keep tuning in and joining us all the time. We have a United Liverpool fan who comes in during the weekend. Ryan will be here during the weekend and give us an update if I stream live. Ryan will come over on the platform and give us an update on Liverpool FC. Scala. Okay. 1207 said he did not watch the game against Chelsea against Middlesbrough. Yes. 1207. I will give you a rundown of how things went. Chelsea were very bad. They lost the ball too many times, and Cole Palmer should have had a hat trick in the first half. So if you're looking for a rundown of it, I'll tell you the team was very, very bad. We couldn't break Borough's defense down. We couldn't break, and there wasn't defending any. I mean, the defense was not so extraordinary. It's just that Chelsea were bad. Chelsea were bad. 12-7. So just that one. Andy said Ateta, Eric Ten Hag, Poch tactical formation problems. That is true. So Andy, if you're still with us, maybe I will get a Liverpool fan who will give you an update on what is going on in the football club. He lives in London and he's a very, very diehard Liverpool fan. So whilst we have Scala, who is a United fan, we've talked about Jadon Sancho. His card is moved completely to Dortmund. We've talked about Annabelle a little bit. Are there going to be any more incoming, Scala, in this January
Yeah,
transfer window?
I mean, depends on who goes out. I mean, if Martial goes out, you might get a striker on loan, but that looks unlikely because he wants to stay at United and probably get when he's. I mean, we never know what Martial's fitness is like. I mean, he was ill 2 weeks back. I can't believe that he's still ill. I think he's fit. I think the manager doesn't want to pick him again because I mean, if you seen Ten Hag's press conference last season, this guy was very, very praising of Martial. He really likes him, but the fact that he can't stay fit, it is very annoying to both fans and the manager. So I think he has stopped picking him, even if he is fit. And he wants to make that Euro squad for Germany, which looks very unlikely because considering the strength France have, I mean, they have lots of options other than Martial. So yeah, he wants to stay, and obviously, let's not forget he's on 200K as well. So why would he, leave that opportunity and sign for a? I mean, Turkish clubs are in for him. Fenerbahce want him, but again, he doesn't want to leave the European scene. I mean, Turkey is in Europe, but I'm talking about the big leagues, so he doesn't want to leave that. And obviously, the money is good, so he rather go in the summer as a free agent and then command the same money.
Yeah.
So I don't think he'll be getting 200K anywhere, but round about that to a decent club. So yeah, I mean, unless Martial goes, I don't think we are getting any new players. Even I think I'm not even sure like who we are linked with. That's the big problem. Like even if we want a lone striker, I mean Werner was our first choice, so I'm not really sure who the other options are. So yeah, I can't say that we'll be doing any business, man. Very unlikely.
All right, so thank you very much, Scala. Scala is a United fan, is giving us an update on what is going on with Manchester United transfer business in this January transfer window. We've talked about Eric Ten Hag and his problem with Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho has completed his move to Dortmund. Kaza, Will Teddy, big up to you, Kaza. I hope you're doing very well. He says, hello, May. Hello to you too, and Happy New Year to you, my brother, Kaza. It's been a while. We've missed you. Nice to see you back on the platform again. Scala, we will talk a little bit about Tottenham Hotspurs. Tottenham Hotspurs have brought in another player, a defender who Postecoglou think that he could make things different. Now, they brought in a defender. They brought in Timo Werner. Timo Werner, we know we're not. I don't see him to be that finisher. It's not that good, but then he creates a lot of problems for defenders and open room or open ways of create that little spaces for attackers to score. Do you think that the deal for Timo Werner now going to Tottenham Hotspur is the right thing to do with Postecoglou?
Yeah, I think it's like another win-win situation for both the player and the club because there is very, 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 very less expectation of Werner from any parts of especially from the people who watch the Premier League because we know how like almost like comical it became for him at his time at Chelsea. I mean, he was like what Darwin Nunes is now. He was like he was the original. Uh, I mean, I guess the piece of that. Like he was the one who used to be getting trolled up for missing chances.
Yeah.
So yeah, if he does well, he gets probably will be getting a new contract and he can get back to the Premier League scene. And it's good for Tottenham as well because obviously Heung-min Son is away for the Asia Cup, so there is a spot right now. Like he doesn't have to sit on the bench; he can just go. And I think he'll be playing against us. Don't forget, we are playing Tottenham in the league, so
Yeah.
he'll be making his debut against us. So yeah, so it's a win for him. If he does well, he probably gets back to the Premier League, and Tottenham could Tottenham benefit from that because obviously they are pushing for top four and they are still in. I think they are still in the FA Cup. So yeah, I don't see how it's a bad deal. I mean, look, lots of people are trolling Tottenham for getting Warner. I mean, just look at the market in the January. Like, who can they get? I mean, there is no other option. Like, Ivan Toney is 100 million, so you're not going to get him. And obviously, he's not going to go to Tottenham from Brentford. So, Timo Werner, as I said, he's the best of the bad bunch. So, you might as well take him and keep him at least as a body. You know, you can
Yeah.
bring him down. And the way Postecoglou plays football, it suits him better than what United have done. So, yeah, it's a win-win situation, man.
Yeah, thank you very much. One more thing we're gonna talk about. It's another move. I was just having in a flash. I talk about Timo Werner. Can't remember. What's going on with Casemiro? Casemiro again. Before you come in, let me read this one more question. Comment from Tony. Tony said Liverpool and Caicedo both at fault for the goal. Liverpool, Caicedo, and a whole mess. Liverpool, Caicedo both at fault at the goal, and we looked hopeless up front. Maduiki, Gusta, Disasi, Broja all looked poor. Only Silva and Kepa, the keeper, can hold their heads up. And also, I wouldn't say Gallagher. No, Enzo Fernandez was pushing. Enzo Fernandez was also pushing. What's the latest development on Casemiro, Mr. Scala?
I think he's back in training. Him and Lisandro Martinez, both of them are back. I mean, Lisandro Martinez could feature against Tottenham, but I think they will not take that risk
Yeah,
because obviously he had a very bad injury. So you might well as well start him against Wolves or like a lesser team. So yeah, with Casemiro, I think he is back. We saw his training pictures again. Ineos group, the Jim Ratcliffe guys, they are
yeah,
not very. They were very critical of this deal, Casemiro's deal, because they didn't like the fact that like a 30-plus-year-old is one of the top earners. So again, these guys don't know really much about football because Casemiro, if you take Casemiro out last year, we wouldn't have won the League Cup and not got top four. So yeah, I think he is back. I hope we get to see him because I cannot stand McTominay in the midfield. So look, when Casemiro comes back, he goes straight into the 11. There is no dispute in that. And Bruno always starts. So there is a position left in the eighth position, the number eight. So obviously, we would like to see Kobe Mainu to
mhm.
continue playing because he has
Okay.
been a revelation this season. So let's see what the manager does because Ericsson will be back as well. And don't forget the player who should not be mentioned, Mason Mount. He's back as well. So he's got a big headache now. I mean, because Casemiro for me has to start no brainer. Kobe Mainu has literally kept him in his job because when these players are not there, he was the man of the match against Wigan.
Yeah,
And Bruno always starts. He's the captain. So we'll see. And don't forget about Amrabat when he comes back from the AFCON.
yeah. All right, so Kaza, thank you for Kaza. Will 30 said, what I've learned or what I've seen from Angie Postecoglou is that he always learns from his mistakes daily, and match per match, despite injuries. Tottenham is in good progress. They're doing very well. The Angie Postecoglou style, but he was a little bit. Let's see if his style will be able to succeed in the Premier League. But he's a very very difficult guy to to hear or maybe change his ways. But Angie, I love him. He's very very. I like the way he presents himself during a press conference. Very very good guy. Scala, I think guys, this is where we're gonna end the stream. Scala, do you have anything else you want to touch bases on besides Manchester United and other football clubs before we can move on from there? It's been a very very wonderful and intriguing stream today. The guys are rocking, they're rocking it. Guys, please do not forget to drop a like on this stream. It's very, very important. If you're watching us on Twitter X, you can also subscribe to Blue Clouds Media on YouTube or maybe on Facebook. Blue Clouds Media is almost everywhere. We'll be streaming live also on Instagram. So, but now we're streaming to these 3 platforms for now. So please join our community session on YouTube and subscribe. And make sure one thing you have to do: keep your bell notification icon at all time so you don't miss anything from me. I do upload lots of good content and information on my YouTube shorts. Also, you will love them. They're very intriguing, and you loved it, watch it, share it, and others can also get it. That's how channels grow. Thank you very much for being here today. Scala, over to you, then we can wrap it up.
Yeah, obviously, good stream, and yeah, everyone should drop a like because it takes a lot of effort to set up these streams and do all those back end work. Yeah, man, just would like to touch a bit about on Chelsea because
Yeah,
obviously that's your guys' club, and you lost to Borough, and
yeah,
Michael Carrick seems to have a one up on you guys because don't forget Michael Carrick was managed 2 games, and one of them was Chelsea when he was the interim manager at United, and he got a 0-0 draw. So
mhm.
yeah, I think you will qualify for the finals by beating these guys, and will meet Liverpool. I don't think
You,
so.
you think
Middlesbrough have got.
You think Carrick could beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge?
I mean, look, you beat Preston and you played very similar in the first half, very bad, and then the second half you won 4-0. So I am expecting that to follow against Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
That's my that's my 2 cents on that. I
Mhm.
mean, if you can't win against Middlesbrough at home with your squad against Michael Carrick, who has been there for who's there been there for this second season, I mean, Pochettino should be sacked on the spot, in my opinion, because don't forget, Chelsea have no Europe. You basically have 1 game a week, and you have so many players. You spend close to 750 million. So if
Yeah.
you can't
One
win against
window.
Middlesbrough, I mean, who are you again going to win against? So this is your opportunity to get a cup. This is your opportunity to do what Ten Hag did last season. Grab
Yeah.
a Carabao Cup despite your dismal season. So yeah, that's my opinion, man. Just about Chelsea.
Thank you very much. I believe that the guys, the Blues, will turn things around, and maybe, hopefully, they will face Liverpool in the finals. I want Liverpool. I don't want Fulham. Fulham have a very balanced team, and they are very, very bad team to play against. Not that bad in terms of the way they play. I'm talking about how active and energized they are when they're playing, because they have a certain manager who is, I believe, he's a very, very underrated manager. He's a very good manager, Marco Silva. He's a very good manager, and I believe that Liverpool will go to Fulham's ground and then finish the business there, and with Chelsea will meet Liverpool in the finals. That's what I feel is going to happen. For now, guys, I want to say thank you very much for being here. As I always say, Lil Desperandos, I would say hang on to hope. Do not worry so much about tomorrow. Tomorrow is taking care of itself. Worry about now. Now the problem is, how do I end this screen? My screen is frozen. My screen is frozen. How do I end in it? Um, that frozen screen. Oh, yep, I'm back. I'm back again. Now everything is moving now. Everything is moving now. Guys, thank you very much for being here. Leo Desperandos, guys. Hang on to hope, and I'll see you guys again. Same time, 5 p.m. UK time, and 12 p.m. American Eastern time. Catch you guys up. Enjoy the rest of today. Bye. Bye-bye for now. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV.